Hi, welcome to Dragonblade Authors Unplugged. I'm so excited. I've got favorites this week and a brand new person to meet. So we've got Ruth Casie, C.H. Admirand, and Cassandra Samuels. Ladies, thanks so much for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you.
Pleasure to be here.
So we're going to start with Ruth's book, which is Reckoning for the Duke, and it's book 5 in the Barrington's Brigade.
It's Reckoning for the Earl.
For the Earl, sorry.
That's okay.
I got all Duke excited there.
That's okay. You're excited. And it's book 5 of the Barrington Brigade. For those who know what for those who don't know what the Barrington Brigade is, it's a story about, it's an interconnected historical romances about a brotherhood of men bound by loyalty, honor, and the truths they carry home from war. Each book centers around a deeply personal love story where trust is hard won and devotion is forged through choice rather than convenience. And we're building up to our last book, which I'm giving you a heads up, that comes out in April. And so our series is kind of winding down.
The book 6 is the final book?
Book 6 at this point is the final book. And one of the background pieces in the story, one of the subplots that permeates through all 6 books is these men are working to try and get rid of or to deactivate this criminal empire. So we've been building up to take it down, and that's going to happen. But in the meantime, for those who know of my other series, The Ladies of Summer by the Sea, there is a couple there that are in the background, an older couple. And my stories are very convoluted, so bear with me. The headmistress of the Women's Academy in Ladies of Summer by the Sea has a male person of interest who is Barrington. Barrington, you say, is the leader of Barrington's brigade.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
So what's been happening since, I guess, 2 books ago is you're hearing about them getting married. So we're going to have 2 weddings at the end of our series.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. Yes. And so we have like these really loyal men who they have a coin, right? Or they have a coin?
They have a coin, and they have their own motto. It's from duty to devotion to king, country, and the women that they love.
Oh, that's nice.
Like that last bit.
So each man gets a gold coin. Barrington was badly injured during the war, the Peninsula War. And these 6 men were his direct reports. Everybody's retired. And these men helped him recuperate. Mm-hmm. So the first day that he was able to walk, he gave them each a gold coin. And then he said, if I need you, all I have to do is send you a coin and you come. So that has been the secret of the...
Who's our heroine in this book?
I knew you were going to ask me. I'm going to tell you that it's really difficult. It's Georgina Ravenstock.
There you go.
And the reason why I had to stop is because earlier today, I was writing book 2 of my new series.
Yep.
So I think last time you asked me that question, I went on and on about the heroine and then had to tell you, never mind, wrong heroine.
Do you remember what she's like?
So yes, in this story, we have, it's about 2 people who learn to protect themselves too well. The Earl is shaped by duty and regret, and the woman refuses to be overlooked and managed. She is a widow. She's come back to actually somewhere by the sea. I used that as our home base.
Mhm.
And it's 1 year and 1 day since her husband passed away.
Mm.
And she basically bumps into Alex Weld, who is who winds up to be the hero. And they have a past.
Second chance.
Yep. They have a past. And she's really not interested because she was told she's a duke's daughter, so she was told who to marry.
Mhm.
So she's really, I mean, her husband was important to her and all that stuff, but she wants to be on her own.
Mhm.
And what his father and her father did is they're in the coal mining business. They have coal mines. This place. The story takes place near Newcastle, where all the coal mines are. That's a new one. Okay.
It doesn't grow like that, Ruth. It just doesn't.
Anyway, so they have left this coal mine to their children. It's the same coal mine. It's a joint ownership.
Oh,
So they're now.
so that's like only one mine instead of only one bed.
Well, yeah.
A new trope.
A new trope.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to get a lot of play.
And the Order of the Shadow, which is our criminal organization,
Mhm.
is using the mine for, because they think nobody's keeping an eye on it. So they're using the mine to fund their evil ways. So that's the crux of the story.
Like Regency Landman.
Oh my gosh,
wow.
It's fun to write. I have to tell you, the banter that goes on is fun. I actually got a fight scene in there.
Oh, cool.
That was great.
Very cool.
So it was definitely a fun book to write.
Well, it sounds like it. It sounds like it'll be a fun book to read too. And I'm glad we get one more. And I love the Summer by the Sea tie-in. Yeah, I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm already having feeling badly about leaving these two people. I have to come up with something else in the area and make it I don't know.
So they can do guest appearances later on.
Oh yeah. Because the next one is a Gothic romance that takes place in London.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
Very
that
cool.
sounds nice.
Very cool. Well, if you're looking
Not in
for
London, but around London, yeah. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. But if you're looking for very protective men who serve at the pleasure of a group, you could look no further than the Duke's Guard, and that's
Sorry, I was like, oh, what are you talking about?
Very good segue.
Come on, man! I worked hard on that one. So Colleen's book is The Duke's Cavalier, and it's book 15 of the Duke's Guard. So if you want like these really fierce, very protective men who fall hard and take good care of the women that they fall for, there are a lot of them there. Can you tell us about this one?
There's only one left to write, and he's not talking to me.
Oh goodness!
So it's really late. But anyway, so today is Dylan and Philippa's story. Just released today. I can't believe it's book 15, and I can't believe it took me 2 weeks extra to write it because he wasn't talking to me either. And I think it's because they don't want to be the last brothers in the series, because the O'Malleys got to be first, and then the Garahans, and then it was back to the O'Malleys, and now finally it's the Flahertys, and they're like, I'm not talking to you, Colleen. So I had a little bit of trouble with them. But anyway, the way they meet, I thought, I'm going to set it up with the meet cute. Because, I mean, sometimes it's nice to read something a little different. And I don't always think of things like this ahead of time. And I'm like, I've got it. I know what they're going to do. And Dylan was like, I'm not doing that. So I was like, okay, fine. I'll come up with something else. So I'm like, okay, you don't want to do that? I got a better idea. So he stops because there's a stagecoach that he sees on his way on. He's doing the route where he's doing his patrol to the village, and he stops. He's like, okay, he can see that the wheel is broken. He knows he wants to help, and he sees this kind of looks like a young man who's standing outside of the carriage, and looking like has no idea what to do. So he's like, all right, I'm gonna help this lad. He doesn't know what he's doing. And as he gets closer, he's like, this lad looks a little funny, his chin's a little pointed, and his lips look like, they don't look like guys' lips. But anyway, he takes it for face value, and he's trying to help the person, and he does not want to be helped. And all of a sudden he realizes he's staring at a blunderbuss. The young man is pointing it in the middle of Flaherty's chest, and he's like, okay, you don't want to shoot me, lad. And the little guy's like, yeah, I do. So apparently there's a struggle, and Flaherty steps forward and he goes to reach him, and he knocks the hat off the lad's head, and this angel blonde hair falls out. So it's not a lad. And she's really packed into this coachman's disguise, and yeah, he can. Anyway, she shoots him because she falls backwards. She falls backwards. And
Oh,
she on her, as my grandma used to say, her afternoon, and shoots him, and he dives to the side, and she gets him in the side. And
oh my goodness!
So it wasn't really a meet cute, but it was definitely one he's never going to forget.
He should have done what you wanted in the first place instead of the other thing, or he wouldn't have gotten himself shot.
He's like, I'm a man. Men don't do cute things. And I'm like, okay, fine. And he went for it. But then I realized it's because his cousin O'Malley that he's working with I don't remember. The one I'm doing now is in Cornwall. And this one I think is in the Borderlands. Anyway, his cousin is keeping track of how many stitches he gets from being shot. So they're trying to one up each other. But anyway, there's a lot of intrigue going on, and the reason that Pippa has anything to do with being in a disguise and her very best friend is inside the coach with her newborn babe is because her friend's brother-in-law wants to take the babe for himself. Her husband has she got the information that he was killed in battle, so her brother-in-law is like, I want this babe because his wife can't have kids. But he's got 3 mistresses on the side. And funny thing, they don't either. They never seem to get pregnant. So what do you think? Maybe it's not them. Maybe it's him.
I think it's a Henry situation.
Yep. So anyway, there's lots of stuff going on. And Flaherty makes an offer to protect her because, down the road stuff happens. And then more stuff happens. Some's good, some's bad. But she can't because she doesn't want to leave her friend and her newborn babe without any kind of protection. So finally she says, you know what? Okay, if you accept that my friend Millie and her little one can live with us, then yes, I'll marry you. And he says yes.
Oh my goodness. I went for all the shooting just to get to that part.
That's like in the middle. But anyway, so then stuff happens, and then there's another rescue scene and all kinds. Yeah, I do a lot of action. There's a lot of fighting, though. But they're the Irishmen, so they kind of do that naturally. But.
Dudes do, so.
So anyway, that's all I have to say because I don't remember anything else because I'm thinking of the Duke's Blade right now. Sorry.
Oh, that's very cool. And the Duke's Blade is the last one in the series?
Yep. Last one.
Tell him to straighten up or he's going to get shot in the beginning.
Originally I did get shot in the arse, and then I was like, I was mad at him, but no, I'll let it be his son. So he's lucky I raised it up.
Awesome. Well, like I said, if you want a long running series with lots of fabulous, very protected men, Duke's Guard is it.
Thanks.
So Cassandra has a Dragonblade debut, brand new series.
Oh, nice.
It's Spies Like Us, and book 1 is Once Upon a Wicked Wager. And I'm so excited to talk about this one. I'm sorry we missed you on release week was last week. So yeah. I'm so excited to talk about this one. Can you tell us about the book and about the series, Cassandra?
Yeah. So book 1 starts with Lisbeth. She is the Countess of Blackhurst, so it's a regency. And she was accused of killing her husband, but was acquitted. but the Ton doesn't believe that she's innocent, so they've given her this moniker of the Black Raven, the bringer of bad luck and death. And so the gossip and the scandal is just so much that she finds herself pretty much a prisoner in her own home.
Oh, man.
And one night she decides that she's going to make a plan, and she's going to re-enter society, find her husband's killer and clear her name. So that's what happens at the very beginning. But then Oliver, the hero, he's had quite a few losses himself. He's lost his brother's died, and he's inherited a title that he didn't want. And he's had to cash in his commission from the army, where he was a code breaker, and his position with the spy ring, because they had a rule that if you take a title or gain a title and or get married, you're out. So he sort of lost his purpose in life. He's lost his brother, and anyway, he comes home and he finds out that his brother invested in a Ponzi type scheme, and so there's no money either.
Oh,
so
man.
he's really in trouble.
Bad to bad.
Yes. So unsurprisingly, he does what any sort of Regency gentleman would do. He would go to his club and get completely foxed and takes on the Black Raven wager. So, which is basically just to enter her residence. That's the whole wager. There's heaps of other wagers in her name, but that's the one that he takes on. So he thinks this is going to be easy. So he rocks up to the door, knocks on the door, and of course is refused entry. So he says, well, I'm just going to sit here until you let me in. And because he's drinking on the steps, he's whistling, he's keeping himself occupied, and she talks to her butler and says, well, you know what, maybe he'll do. So send him up. But neither of them really know what they're in for when they first meet, because he's drunk and she's putting on this very stoic sort of mask. They both wear masks. She wears this cold-hearted, supposed killer, and he uses humour as a mask for his hurt. So when he gets up there, because he gets let in, and his plan was just to come in, turn around and go back out, but of course the butler closes the door. So then he's like, oh, okay, what do I do now?
Things for you to do.
Yeah. So anyway, he goes up there, and she's got this plan, of course, to put into action, and she wants him to escort her back in, and in return she will let him take on other wages in her name. And he sort of thinks, oh, yeah, that's pretty good because I'll get money. But it's not until he's basically at the end of a fire poker pointed in a particular area that he agreed. And so the next day he wakes up and he's not feeling very great, and he thinks this is a bad idea, when his friend, who is still in the spy ring, comes to see him and said, like, is this true, this rumour? Because it's all in the scandal sheets that you've won this wager. And he said, yeah, but I'm not going to do it. And he goes, you need to do it. And he goes, you have to do it because we need to know if she really did kill her husband and what she did with the money from the Ponzi scheme. And he's like, what do you mean? He goes, well, her husband is the reason that, your brother's dead and you've got no money.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. So that's how basically he then agrees to escort her back into society, and chaos ensues from there.
Oh, it sounds like great fun, and I love that she holds the keys to the thing that's vexing them. That's fantastic. So the series is heavy on mystery.
Not really. It's more. This is just like an introduction to the spy ring, and then so the next book is his friend Tony that comes to see him. And what happens, and that sort of has like an espionage more than a mystery associated with the rest of the 3 books in the series.
All right. So we have the connection between the men is how the series ties together.
Yes.
Awesome.
Nice.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like big fun.
Yeah.
Stuff there.
Yeah. Yeah. At one point, she has a list of all the wages. And she somehow gets it off him, but she can't read it because it's all in code. So, yeah, just stuff like that. He's a bit tricky, and he does figure out why he's escorting her why he's escorting her into the ballrooms and what she's up to. So then he obviously offers to help her. So, but, in the back of his mind, it's because he wants to find out, where did the money go? What did you do with it? Were you the person were you involved in the Ponzi scheme? Yeah. So.
Did you have to do any research into code?
Not really. But I did do a little bit of research. There was a particular real person called Scoville who was the master of the code breakers during the Wellington years. So, yeah, so I thought, that's something different. I haven't had a code breaker before, so I was able to have a bit of fun with that.
Very cool. So it sounds like it's a pretty solid enemies to lovers kind of trope.
Yes, and I flipped it because usually you have the stoic hero and the sassy heroine, or what we call grumpy sunshine now. And I remember going to a conference where they said, we want unique stories, and I sort of read between the lines that no, you really just want the same but different. So I thought, how could I do that? And so I decided to flip that trope by making her the stoic one and him the sort of the funny, humorous one.
Very cool. Very cool. Ruth, do you have a favorite trope to write?
I think it's a cross between second chance and friends to lovers.
Oh, that's nice. Like I like that. I like the second chance because you get that little bit of extra intimacy, because you can go a little bit deeper because they have a history. And friends to lovers is one of my favorites because somebody's going to have to say they love you first, and that just seems like such high stakes.
Yep.
Yeah. What about you, Colleen? Do you have a favorite one to read or write?
Don't think it's weird, but I don't think in tropes. I just write the story the way the characters want me to write it, and then afterward I'm like, okay, think. What did I write about? And I usually, like Ruth, I do like second chances. And I believe, because it happened to me, I believe that you can fall in love at first sight. So I have that in a couple stories. But then this is the first time I've ever written about frenemies. First time. Well, of course, she shoots them. So.
No, that's like with the shooting is like, that's a bar to overcome.
It's not like you're going to go out for a beer afterwards, but so I do like a lot of second chances, and then with these, especially with this series that I was writing.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with not writing to tropes. I do think that as a reader, it helps if you can, like, after the book is written, and if you can help go through and kind of pull out the things so that as a reader, I know when I'm going into it. I love a grumpy sunshine. It's like my favorite thing.
It's hard to get my brain to work that way though, because I don't like analyze stories. I probably could do better if I could. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Your characters talk to you and they're unruly and they don't follow the rules.
No.
I don't think that's bad, Colleen, because most of the time I plan on one thing and it comes out totally different.
Okay.
Because I've gone through a book where I'm 3/4 of the way through and all of a sudden it's, oh my God, you have a twin sister.
Why didn't you know? It's like they should have told you right off the bat.
And actually, I love those moments.
Yeah.
I truly do. I like the aha.
Yep.
And
I think that's one of the things that makes writing fun.
Yeah, because usually I figure out a twist, at that point. And I remember getting, I think it was with one of my Lion's Den books where I decided to put a twist in the epilogue.
Oh my.
And the response to that was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just like to surprise people.
Yep.
Yeah. So does that plotters then, are you, or pantsers, or?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, Cassandra.
Are you a plotter or a pantser?
I'm a plotzer.
A plotzer.
Yeah, because I plan out what I want to write, and then as I write, and I think Colleen is similar. He or she or they talk to me,
Yeah.
And then something changes. I remember writing a scene and actually hearing the character say, I wouldn't say that. Take that out. I would never say that.
Yep.
Mm.
So so I do have a plan. And if I were to show you the plan for the series and then show you what it looks like, say, this, divergent is what. But it really does make writing fun.
Yeah.
What about you, Cassandra? Do you plot or do you just
Well,
like
I was always a pantser to begin
Mhm.
with, when you had all the time in the world to write a book. But now I'm probably more like an outliner, but just a very brief outline. I've got an idea. I mean, usually, I don't know about you guys, but I usually have the whole story in my head. It's just the details that need to be filled in. So, and I usually always start with a spark of an idea. So with this one, I just saw a man sitting on the steps whistling, and I thought, what's he doing, So, and then you sort of do the what if around that, and then, so that's how it sort of starts. But, so definitely have to have an outline first, just so I sort of know where I'm going, and then, but it can verge off to anywhere, as we all know. So, yeah.
So I did one story where the cute meat was actually in Hyde Park at a Punch and Judy.
Oh, cool.
Piece. Oh. And the heroine is already behind the stage. She's going to be Judy, and the hero is stopped by the puppeteer saying, "I need a gentleman to be, would you save a lady?" And so he says yes. And what you don't realize until the end of the story is, and when the puppeteer gives the script to the two actors, it's empty.
Oh,
and I haven't got enough money to write a script. Go. So it's an improv for the people. So they start talking and doing, and then at the end of the story, you realized they told you the whole story of the book in that performance. And
that's fun.
So not too many people found that, but I thought it was awesome. I had so much fun doing it.
Yeah, that's fun. Nice. So when you're in a long running series, like Ruth, you're at book 5 and Colleen, we're at book 15. Does it change a little bit because you already know the characters and you have a little bit more of an understanding of who they are and the setup in the world and things, or is it still, are you still flying a little blind?
Oh, you mean with each story or the arc?
Yeah.
Or
yeah, because it's different when you're on book 13 than it is when you're on book 1, Yeah. Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's not different at all. Maybe it's just
like, please.
Well, the element of surprise is still there for me. I could have picked easier heroes to write about, but you write what you know.
So then they have to be interesting enough to stay with you too. So,
well, yeah, and hopefully it has been, but I don't know. It's the same, but it's different. It's the same because I have the plot; they don't follow it mostly, and I have to convince them or come up with a different idea, which kind of sparks like your imagination even more when you're like, okay, But then sometimes I write them into a corner, and they're like, I'm so done with this person. So it is kind of and I think that's why I'm having so much trouble writing the last book and why it's so late, because it's just like not working. And I think he's just upset that it's the last story and he wants it to be like amazing. Like, at the end of The Incredibles, when the kid's on the tricycle at the end of the driveway and he goes, I'm waiting for something amazing. And I think that's what my character's waiting for. And I'm going to need way more coffee.
Yeah. Well, you just give him a stern talking to and say, you can shoot him as many times as you want to, because you're the boss.
He does. See, Fenton doesn't care. Sorry.
Cassandra, I saw you raise your hand. Do you feel different when you're in the beginning of a story or towards the end of the story?
I think I really like beginnings and I really like endings. And like most writers, I'm with the middle. But I really, really love beginnings. I think if it's set up correctly and you're happy with it, usually the rest of the story then just flows because you've set it up properly. So that's the hope anyway. But definitely beginnings more than endings. And I don't know if that's weird, but I love beginnings. I know some people hate beginnings and they actually write something and then come back and do the beginning, but I love beginnings.
Oh, how do they do
Yeah,
that?
I write linearly. I have to get the beginning set, almost like a final draft, in order to write the rest of the story, because everything focuses around what you've set it up to be.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, but Evelyn, you had asked about series in particular.
Mm-hmm.
So, at the end of The Ladies of Summer by the Sea, I cried because it was over.
Yeah.
And here I am at book 5 with Barrington. And could there be more men? Of course there could be. But there's a part of me that is looking forward to putting this series somewhat to rest, because I'm eager to get to this next series that I'm working with. And it's totally out of my comfort level, because I'm not a Gothic writer, and Gothic is a whole different pattern.
Yeah.
So it's fun to learn, but I struggle with some. I truly like the deep point of view, and in Gothic you get more into the world around you than you get into that deep point of view, and it's more somber than, you don't find a lot of bantering going on unless the guy's talking to the wall, because in Gothic you can do kind of strange things. But so for me, in order to not feel the loss of the series, is I have to have something to look forward to
That
go.
makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. That's like planning your next trip when you're finishing the first trip. And you gotta have something to look forward to. Ladies, we could keep talking all day. This was delightful. I'm so glad that I had a chance to meet you, Cassandra, and we'll look for many more books from you. And I always love having a chance to talk to you, Ruth and Colleen. So
thanks for having me.
It was fun.
If you're looking for brave men, you know where to find them. Ruth, your books are Sweet Dreams. Is that right?
Yes.
So if you're looking for closed door brave men, then you want Barrington's. So, all right, ladies, thanks so much for taking the time to talk to me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye-bye, everybody.
So long.